a walking contradiction, apparently. I need a weapons expert. And I was like, they won't sell me this. And like, they will, trust me.
This is real.
It was
This is
in a
real.
book. But I was also an aspiring poker player.
A Winnie the Pooh suit with UFO playing cards.
Put up or shut up.
Thanks for joining us on Taurus Tech Talk. We are continuing our segment today of getting to know Taurus, and with us today we have the Mr. James Thatcher. James, how are you doing today, buddy?
What's going on, guys? I am doing well.
Riveting.
Riveting stuff.
All right, so Corey's going to get us started and maybe intro you a little bit, and you're going to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I can do that.
You usually do the intro. What happened there?
Hey, man. Hey,
That was
I
the
didn't-
intro.
I didn't select the rundown.
You messed it up. I just copied
So
it.
tell us what you know about James.
Is
Everything you know about James.
what I know about James. How long have I known you, James? Like 10 years? 9 years?
11
No, you have the watch.
Yeah, 11 years. I got the watch last year, so 11 years.
Yeah. Well, I've known James, Robert, 11 years, apparently.
So, James, tell us a little bit about your role here at Taurus.
I'm a control systems programmer. I specialize in Crestron and Extron programming. Yeah, I just kind of started off as a technician, and as time went on, they kind of needed guys to step up and learn programming, and I just begged for a long time, and then eventually they, threw me a bone, and I ran with it. Made sure that it worked. Made sure.
What's
everything
begging
worked.
for a long time mean to you?
It's just like, hey, I really want to do this, and they're like, okay, we need you to install still. And I was like, no problem, I understand. I'll keep installing until you're ready.
It's
for me to
similar to
program."
like what it was for me. I was so valuable as a field technician, they didn't want to take me out of the field.
Yeah, see, I don't think I was.
That's exactly what it was.
I'm just not confident that my install skills were that great. Like, I could do it. I could definitely do it.
We
I
need to
could-
work on your confidence then.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
Funny thing about him moving into programming and getting a shot.
Mhm.
Aaron came to me, I don't know how long ago it was now, but he
Mm-hmm.
was like, I really like that James. I want you to focus on him and his programming future. And I was like, listen, I've told the guy like to sit down and learn some of this stuff. And Aaron and I had an actual argument about it. I was like, listen, if he's not going to put in the effort, I'm not going to put in the time. Either he's going to get it together or I'm out. And Aaron was like, I really see something in him. I think he'd be valuable. I want to make sure we spend plenty of time with him. I was like, okay.
Well, I'm glad Aaron always believed in me.
And
he
here
never
you are
did.
today. Yeah.
Look at you
Solid
now.
Burn. Solid burn.
Hey, just to be clear though, I didn't do anything any different. Just like figure it out.
Good luck.
How many hours have you spent programming systems?
Oh, man.
We
lot.
know the actual number. And if you get
So-
within 100, there's a prize for you.
How many hours have I actually spent programming systems? Now, see, I feel like this is an unfair question because when
It's totally unfair.
I'm figuring it out, something or process, I'm constantly thinking about it. But if we're talking about
How many hours have you entered into dashboard
Oh,
that you
God.
programmed?
Oh, man.
That's a simple way to put it.
thousands, I'm guessing.
Wow. I love it
Thousands.
when people answer a question so vaguely like that.
Thousands.
It's
Okay,
awesome.
Thousands is solid.
You can't get within 10
Okay.
by saying thousands.
Okay, 5,000 hours.
5,000 even?
Yeah, we'll go with 5,000 even. And I will take the over if we're gambling on it.
We didn't
You don't
actually
make the
look it
rules
up.
here.
We didn't actually look it up.
Why?
I just wanted to see what your response would be.
What a
you know,
letdown.
I couldn't look it up.
5,000 seems like a lot to me.
So I won.
I'll
That's
take
what
the
you're
under.
saying.
See.
I
I'll
won.
take the under.
I got the over. No, it's not. 10,000 hours in anything to be a master of anything, right?
Are you a master?
Oh, wow. So you're
I
just
wouldn't
cutting
say-
yourself half of that.
I wouldn't say master, but I'm definitely like, I'm aware enough. I know how to do my job. Let me put it that way.
Wow. I think earlier we were talking about how you need to work on your confidence level, but that statement just proved otherwise.
I don't know. I'm a walking contradiction, apparently.
I'm trying to think through.
So far in our warm-up, you've contradicted yourself 12 times. So
That's fine.
You figure
I've been
30
keeping little
hours a
tally
week.
marks.
You figure 30 hours a week. You've been programming what, like 6 or 7 years?
5 years, I think. 5, 6 years. Yeah.
Don't look at me like you're expecting me to do math on air.
All right.
I don't
On
even have
air?
my phone.
So that's if it's 30 hours a week, that's 1,500 hours a year, roughly. So yeah. About 10,000 hours, somewhere in there.
You're getting close
Wow,
to
so
master level.
Self-proclaimed master.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna
awesome.
look it up, and we're gonna put the number right there.
Okay. Deal.
I'm
Also-
curious.
Also,
My
we
guess.
need to get him a
Wait,
plaque,
was that
I guess.
YouTube magic? We're gonna put the number
Yeah,
right here.
YouTube magic. The number will be right here.
We're also
Sweet.
going to add it to your signature line.
Sweet. I'll take it.
My
That's not
guess
a bad
is to
idea.
be.
like a scrolling ticker of how many hours. That's pretty cool.
Hold on. Let's do this for real.
Okay.
My guess is 8,327 hours.
Okay.
I'm going to go 8,328.
I knew it. Jeopardy classic. Or what? Wheel of
Jeez.
Fortune classic.
Well, don't put the number up yet. Put it up after.
80. I just want to be more than you guys. Like 8621.
Okay.
All right.
Deal.
And we're going off of the numbers you've entered in dashboard. So
Oh,
if you've done it
God.
correctly,
So let's go like 8 or 9 hours.
8 or 9
total.
hours. Oh crap!
Total.
Oh, that's discouraging. Okay, so let's jump right in.
That's a great question, by the way.
Thank you.
I like
Thank you.
that.
I just
Good
made
one.
it up.
Right on the
good.
spot.
All right, very important. Let's kick things off. Super serious question, okay? Totally realistic.
All right.
The zombie apocalypse is here.
Okay.
I don't mean like literally right now. I'm just like figuratively for the question.
What are we doing in here? Let's get out of
Who
here.
are 3 people that you want to be a part of your zombie apocalypse team? Now, before you answer,
Thank you.
we've had this question posed to some of your coworkers in the past, and they thought that meant their department within Taurus.
Okay.
They also thought that meant necessarily real people. I think we've agreed that it can be
It's got to be a real
a
person.
fictional character.
Oh, it can be a fictional character.
Yes, but it doesn't necessarily have to be anybody here. Although if you did say Corey and Robert, our feelings wouldn't be hurt.
Right.
All right.
I think we should at least make it a real person.
Yeah, I think it's
mean,
kind of
'cause-
weird.
Because
All right.
I just want like.
I mean,
we can make up the
let's
rules.
throw everything I said out
Yeah,
the
I want.
window.
I like what I want.
How about we answer
Iron
it
Man.
3 different ways?
Okay, 3
Zombie
people.
apocalypse.
3 people. They have to be real. They don't have to work here. Go.
Okay. I need a weapons expert, and I need somebody I trust. So the first person I'm gonna pick is probably Marty
Nice.
Page.
I've heard
Yeah.
this before.
Yes.
Yeah, I need somebody that's gonna I trust it like explicitly, and I need somebody that's gonna be like, yo, we need to come up with some kind of like makeshift something to get our way out of here.
And for those that don't know, Marty Page just happens to be one of James's direct teammates on the programming team.
Yeah.
So again, we're not trying
Shout
to
out
play
Marty.
trying
Oh, yeah.
to play favorites here. All right, so Marty Page.
Yes.
What a great name.
Hey, Marty's on the podcast. I don't know when it'll come out, but next week or week after next.
And what I'm interested to hear is if he says you.
I don't know. Has anybody picked me previously?
No.
Okay, great, awesome. Anyways,
I think Marie did. Or I think somebody said James was smart and then just totally went on. Go ahead.
what an endorsement.
If we needed our way programmed out of the zombie apocalypse, I would definitely pick Chris.
The only
Oh yeah,
correction or-
definitely. If you don't pick Chris, I don't know. You're not making it out. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Let me see. Number 2, I need somebody to like build, like fortify whatever I'm living in. So I need somebody that builds.
Can I get Marty again?
Who's that guy on? He's in Waco with his wife, and he has that TV show.
David Koresh?
Nope.
Oh,
Chip.
he does have
Gaines.
it.
Oh,
okay.
Chip Gaines. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he
seemed to
built-
be like pretty cool too.
Yeah, and he's like buff, like he could build stuff for us. Like he could like fortify the hideout.
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely can hire people to.
Yeah, no problem.
So you're gonna take Chip and Marty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then third, I need somebody to like be a food expert to keep us fed. Somebody that's also kind of like tough, like Gordon Ramsay. I think Gordon Ramsay would be pretty good. You'd be called like an idiot the whole time you were like
Yeah.
saving his life.
So you feel right at home.
Exactly. I'd be doing great. I'd be doing great. But I feel
No
like
women. So it's just
yeah, no, that's fine.
Listen,
we'll make it. It's about we're gonna survive.
Can I tell you my 3 just because I think it's funny? Or actually, just
no, you
2.
can't because we're gonna have to disclose that on a different one.
Well, this
You
is
can't.
more of a joke than it is real.
Okay, joke it away.
My wife.
Okay.
I need somebody to tell me what to do.
Yep, that's a good one. It's a good joke.
Shout out, Laurel.
Shout out. Good thing she doesn't listen. Okay, final answer?
So
That's
that's just
it.
the one? You're just going to say the one person?
Yeah, I don't really need anybody else. She'll
Oh,
tell
fair
me.
enough, fair enough.
She'll tell me what the other two are.
Pick the
All right.
other two.
Next question.
Okay.
If you described yourself as an animal, what would it be? Commonly referred to as my spirit animal.
That's a good question.
We know.
I've never really associated myself with an animal, seeing as how I'm a human being. And so I've never really thought about this.
We've had this answer before,
Yes,
I think, from another analytical person like James.
I don't know, something that likes to sleep, like a bear, I guess. Like a bear would be cool. Big, strong bear, likes to sleep, but kind of
No,
hangs out.
you're not projecting yourself into an animal you want to be. You have to pick an animal that most aligns with who you are as a human.
Well, dude, what kind of question is this? Like, I'm just
so
imagining.
far I've learned about James. He loves to sleep.
Yeah, I like to sleep. Who doesn't like to sleep? Don't make me feel weird for this. Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't even answer this question. I don't have an answer for this question.
Okay. Well, bear. We're going to go with bear.
Well, bear. I like
Yeah.
bear. I think bear's a good one. I feel like they get to hibernate all winter. They don't have to do anything.
Okay.
That's awesome.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Unless
I
they're
don't have to code.
hungry.
Unless
and then,
they're- but
and then
no.
they come out rabid and
What is your favorite movie line quote?
Oh, this is easy. I'm sure. I know you've seen Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
But when he pulls the door off the old car,
oh,
what'd you do? What'd you do?
I've heard you say that several times.
That's my favorite one by far. And I say
a
that
good
to a lot of like newer techs, like younger people where they're like, I don't know what to, like, I don't know. And I'm like, what'd you do? And they always look real concerned. And I'm like, you haven't seen that movie, but
it's okay.
it's fine. We'll fix it.
I'll send you a link. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. And you like your apps.
Mhm.
If you could only have 3 apps on your phone for the rest of your life, what would they be? And we are assuming that the phone icon and the messaging icon are part of the system. They don't count.
Is the map service part of the system? They don't count.
No.
Like Apple Maps.
I think we're only going with phone and text messaging.
Okay. 100% need a navigation tool.
as built in. Okay.
100%. That is like, yeah, I love a good navigation tool. Google
Apple
Maps.
Apple Maps is your
Ugh,
choice. Okay.
no.
Well, you said Apple Maps.
No, because you said phone and Messenger by the default installation count. All the default apps count. Apple.
But there are
Maps
a lot
is
of
the
default
app.
apps. You could get away with a lot.
Okay.
Do you remember, and can you remember 30 years ago when people were just like, gotta have an atlas in my car?
MapQuest. Like between then and now, it was you printed off sheets of paper from MapQuest.
We had maps in the car.
My first job
Yeah.
was at a hole-in-the-wall Italian food place delivering pizzas at this like little local pizza place.
Sounds like a really small place.
It was really small, and they had on the wall. It was like a grid, like it was like alphabet letters on one side and numbers on the other, and it was a map of where we delivered. So you would used to have to like look. You take the pizza and you look at the address, and you'd have to find it in the list. Then you'd have to go find it in the grid, and then you'd have to like write down or remember the directions, and then go get in your car, and then go hope you made it. Like, and then I don't know how people did this.
I don't know how people delivered pizza like when I was in high school.
Oh, they just remembered. Usually it's a lot of the same people, but it was a fun job. I worked for a bunch of crazy dudes. They would always send me to go buy them beer and cigarettes when I was like 16 at the grocery store, like right around the corner. And I was like, they won't sell me this. And like, they will, trust me. And they sent it, and they did. I brought it right back to them. I was like,
Did you ever just like trade a pizza pie for?
No, it wasn't like that. It was a Tom Thumb. So like,
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was a
wow.
Tom Thumb.
Should have name dropped there. Tom
That's
Thumb's going
cool.
down.
I'm pretty sure it's not open anymore, so it's fine.
All right. So, what are the 3 apps? Did you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Okay, I definitely need a navigation tool, Google Maps. The other thing I use all the time is Spotify. I use Spotify pretty much. I don't know,
On the day.
on the daily. I use Spotify and Google Maps. That like those are must have. Like if you deleted every other app off my phone, including Messenger and phone, I would be
You just message people through Spotify, probably.
I think those are called iPods.
yeah. I'd be fine with that. Third app, let me think. I like the Photos app a whole lot. I like to look at pictures of my family and my kids a lot.
Oh,
when I'm
that's
like,
cute.
That's
I
a
know,
solid
I know.
answer.
That's so good.
I like when I'm like doing something, I'll go like look at picture like on an airplane with no service, and I'll just start at the beginning and just like flip through all my pictures, and I have like 14,000 pictures. You know,
Yeah, those are fun. I do that every so often.
I love doing that.
So if you weren't in this business, what do you think you'd be doing?
Man, all right. So before I worked at Taurus Technologies, I had a career as a waiter, and I was wait staff at Outback Steakhouse
Oh man, blooming onion.
in Grapevine, Texas. But I was also an aspiring poker player. So I'm going to guess that if I wasn't working at Taurus and had given up the dream of being a professional poker player, I would still be trying to make it as a professional poker player somewhere.
But on the maybe on the nights you'd be putting another shrimp on the bob.
Yeah, right. Well, I used to like pay people to take my shifts, like so that I
Really?
wouldn't have to work. Like I would just, well, you're going to sit in a
You got a
poker
hold'em
with
game.
Yeah, you got to go and sit in a poker game with a couple $100, or you can make like $40 at Outback Steakhouse. It's like, dude, I'll give you $40, just show up for me so I don't get fired. And
It's awesome.
yeah, so that's what I ended up.
So you'd be a professional poker player if you didn't
Yeah.
meet us.
Yeah,
You still playing?
no, not like I used to. Ever since I had kids, I really cut it out. Like it's just so time consuming, and I want to be present as a dad. So
Is that your excuse for why you lost to me last time?
okay. Hilarious. Man wins one poker tournament. He's God's gift to poker. I have pictures on my phone, though. I have pictures. Robert.
Yeah,
Robert
we'll
won.
throw up a couple just so people can understand how bad of a beat he had. Corey?
This is probably my favorite, and I added this one in here personally, so I'm waiting for this conversation.
Ugh.
What is your favorite and or most believable conspiracy theory that you're into?
My most believable conspiracy theory. It's got to be UAPs, UFOs. Like,
That's not a conspiracy. That's real.
is
What's
it,
a
though?
UAP?
Unidentified aerial phenomenon. It's like instead of saying unidentified flying object, it's like we don't really know what it is, but it was up there.
They've abandoned the UFO terminology in place of UAP.
Mm-hmm. That's a really fun one. I like when they start talking about like the pill and like the white pill that like seemingly teleports, and there's a lot of activity over the Pacific Ocean where
The Tic Tac.
yeah, there's a lot of activity over the Pacific Ocean by military bases, so it's really uncertain if it's like some kind of like otherworldly observational tool, or if it's, like some kind of technology from another country that we're unaware of, or if it's something our own country made that we're unaware of, or something like that. But there is documentation that these devices are appearing and seemingly teleporting around high value areas. So
The truth is out there.
it's out there, man. Yeah.
What do you make of the most recent Air Force commander that came out and said that we definitely have in our possession these craft?
Put up or
Yes.
shut up. Show it to us. I feel like how long have you heard your whole life? I've heard my whole life. Like, there's this, there's that. We've got this, we've got that. Show it to us. Like if it's that real and it's that,
But why does it matter?
you don't want to know about otherworldly like beings. That doesn't interest you in any way. You'd rather just make fun of me not having a spirit animal than know about.
No, we know yours is like a cuddly bear, like Winnie the Pooh or something. I mean, if they say that, sorry. I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. A Winnie the Pooh suit with UFO playing cards.
Dude, that would be great. That would be really good. But yeah, I like the UFO thing. It's always captured my imagination. I remember being in elementary school and going to like the UFO section and like reading the UFO sections in the library and being like so scared, and then like going home and being like, Mom, there's all these things that happened. There's this guy in South America. They took his wife. They don't know what happened to her. She's like, those are all just stories. I'm like, no, they're not.
Good old
It
Sue.
was
This
in a
is
book.
real. This
was
is
in a
real.
book.
What's
Listen,
So do you like that? Like
I'm a believer too.
Do you like alien movies and such?
Okay, listen. I am the worst pop culture person of all time. I watched Lord of the Rings last year, 1, 2, and 3 for the first time ever in my life. That gives you an idea of how far behind I am with movies.
Technically, it was 4, 5, and 6.
Just like Star Wars, or
Yeah, when The Hobbit came before Lord of the Rings.
okay.
I haven't watched any of them, so this is
Yeah, I'm really bad about pop culture stuff.
Okay, well that's fine. So tell us the craziest, coolest, and this has to be PG rated.
Aw.
Okay, craziest, coolest story that you have since you've been a part of the Taurus family.
The coolest Taurus story I've got, man. It's not like one specific thing. It's more about that like BT era.
Yeah.
Where like we were always traveling and my job is so much different than it is now, Where like I would always be like I would wake up on Monday morning at 3:30 or 4 in the morning, pull everything out of the dryer that I threw in on Friday night, throw it right back in the same bag and get on an airplane to somewhere. Like, and I wasn't even always confident where I was going. I just know I had to be at the airport at this time.
You were at the 6:30 a.m. flight.
Yes. Rainey loved to book those very much. So, but that whole era of going all those different places and doing so much different stuff and seeing so many different things was super awesome.
That's cool.
I enjoyed that, but I no longer enjoy traveling the way I used to now that I don't travel.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, you want me to get in a metal can and fly way high in the sky? Nah, I'm good. Can I drive?
Yeah, I definitely drive now if I can, like Lubbock or whatever. Like if it's within 6 hours, I'm driving. Like I'd rather just,
That's your cutoff point.
yeah, 6
I like
hours
it.
is the drive.
I like it.
This is another one of my questions I added. Serious answer.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Serious answer. What is the best piece of financial advice that you would give the general population of any age?
Take a hard look at what you actually need. You need a lot less than you think you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stellar advice. I like
That's
that.
solid.
Hopefully my wife watches this episode.
I feel like that's akin to living within your means, but really what you're saying is live below your means.
To an extent, yeah. It's like I don't know. It's freedom to an extent to not, be hunkered down by a debt. To me, like I feel like debt's just modern slavery.
You may not be aware of this, Robert, but Mr. Thatcher has recently paid off his house.
Oh man, congratulations, dude.
Thanks,
I'm
buddy.
jealous. That's awesome.
He's one of two people that I know
Mm-hmm.
who have completed this feat at that age. I expect people of the older generations to have already done this, but of our kind of age area,
That's awesome, dude.
Thanks, man. It was a grind. You know what?
quite a feat.
What I actually did was I've been living off a technician's salary for the whole time. So I'm just now getting a programmer's salary
I
because
see what you're saying.
I took all the extra programmer
Sure.
income and I just threw it at the principal of the house and I just kept doing that. And then,
Nice.
yeah, so
Nice.
it's still expensive to have a house without a mortgage. It's still expensive. You still got to pay taxes and insurance and it's still,
Yeah,
half your mortgage,
but not a mortgage.
but not a mortgage.
Yeah, but you have a paid for asset that appreciates in a better way than pretty much everything, including your 401k over the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's really cool to I walked in my house after I talked to the bank and I just remember standing and looking at my house
Yeah.
You're like, I
Got you.
actually own all of
Got
this.
this is mine.
This is not a tandem ownership with me and a giant bank.
Yeah, exactly.
I only own about half of my house.
Well, I don't want to say.
Well, yeah, humble brag.
Robert's over here like,
It feels
I just
like it
paid off
never
my
ends.
third house. What are you guys
It feels
talking
like it
about?
never ends. It's okay though. I'll
Well,
work forever.
It's no, you have a plan. You can't
I
work
do have a
forever.
plan. Yeah, we'll just see how those three girls help with that plan or go against that plan. Whatever.
You sound like my brother. my brother has a plan, and he's like, I also have a wife. I get 2 in a row.
Yeah, you do.
Because this
I wonder
next
how
one-
this all worked itself out.
I don't know. How did these questions end up on this paper?
I don't know why. I'm just expecting something. Like, I always expect something with you. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know.
Have
Like,
I thrown anything at you?
no, it's been fine up until now. With Robert, I always am like trying to figure out the dad joke. And with Corey, I'm always trying to figure out how he's trying to like lie to me in some way. He's trying to get me.
How many times have I lied to you in our 11-year friendship?
It's not even like a lie. It's like you're just trying to get one over on me. You think it's silly, and we laugh because you realize you got one over on me.
The next question has a very obvious answer.
It really doesn't. Or it does, and you're just wrong.
Can I tell a story about the first lie you ever got over on me?
I would love to hear it.
Okay. We were in the old office, and I remember I walked into your office after I'd known you for like a month or two, not long at all. And I remember I'd been in California, and to be honest with you, I don't even think like we had talked that much. But I walked into your office, and you're wearing a suit. And I was like,
why the heck was I wearing a suit?
I don't know. You were wearing a full-on suit. And I was like, oh, man, you're looking nice today. And you were like, thanks, man. I'm interviewing for a job. And I was like, oh, you are? A job? You were like, yeah, with BT. I'm getting out of here. And I was like, oh, all right, man. Well, hey, I wish you the best. You know, I hope, because I don't really know you. I was like, yeah, I wish you the best. You know, I hope things work out like you want them to. And you're like, I'm not trying to interview for a job. Like, I've got this other thing. And I was just like,
oh, you should have let it go.
It's making my eyes water. I can't count the number of times I've lied to James.
yeah. But I can sense it now. I can feel it.
From the onset of meeting James, I felt like he was a brother that I never got to have. And so for that reason, I've always felt like I needed to bully him just a little bit more.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
And that involves lots of lying. And then at the end going, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'd have let that run. I'd have let that run until the next time you saw him.
I definitely have probably let some things run that we both believe is true now.
And then compound like with another one. Like, so maybe like 6 months after that, he's like, well, I guess that interview, did you just decide to stay? He's like, no, dude, I was just kidding about that. I had a funeral. And then let that run for a little bit.
The problem is I remember now that you've told the story. I don't remember why I was wearing it. I can count on one hand the number of times in my life I've worn a suit. I didn't even wear a suit when I got married.
Well, I'm glad that I was there for one of them.
Yeah. Way to go, man. Okay.
All right.
Prolonging it.
Is a hamburger a sandwich or in a category of its own?
A hamburger?
Yes. Or cheeseburger, however you prefer to.
Yeah, don't
I think
discriminate against the accoutrement. I mean, it could have pickles, lettuce.
What'd you call me?
I don't even know if I said the word right.
No, a hamburger is absolutely a sandwich.
Explain why.
Why did you look at me like that?
Because we've had this conversation, and I know what you're going to say.
Absolutely a sandwich.
It's absolutely a sandwich.
We need to go back and like have a little tally or counter every time we ask this question.
I think we could.
You can make it a short.
Maybe we could ask the team to.
And since we sit on opposing tables and we have opposing beliefs, it would just be like a star for you and a star for me.
And
or
it like makes a little like ding,
ding.
And then you get like a.
Yeah, and I say the first one to 50 has to concede to the other's
50.
belief.
50.
50.
That means you've asked it 100 times. I'd agree to that.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got it.
So the first one to 25 wins.
Okay. I just said the first to 50.
I think 50 is just way too much.
But if I get 26.
I didn't say the first to 25.
You said first to 50.
I said we're going to have to ask it 100 times.
These podcasts are going to turn into you guys interviewing
or
people
more
on the street.
Yeah, I'm just like,
excuse me.
Is a hamburger a sandwich or in a category of its
It's a whole
own?
new segment. Yeah.
You guys
just
have
going to go around here to the complex.
You guys have to do TikTok dances and stuff to fill time.
Hey, James, it's okay that you're wrong. It's okay. Moving on.
We're going to have a whole segment around this. I love this question.
So tell us what you love most about being a part of the Taurus family here.
Like what I like most about my job or just you guys?
Oh, just like the whole experience, man. Share with the people that may be listening or watching what you feel like that makes Taurus different or special to you.
I like that I've never really been BS'd like my whole career. Like a,
Aside from my lying.
no,
Aside from my lying.
I got to keep you on your toes, man.
Okay.
I got to keep you on your
Okay.
toes. So like it's
You're
always
right.
been,
He has contradicted himself a number of times.
so
It's
hang
kind
on.
of fun.
Yeah, it's good. So
I love that I've never been lied to at
All right. So what I'm trying to say here is, I love that it's like, hey, do these things, and then these things will happen, and that's always kind of happened. It's never just been like, you keep working hard, you'll get that promotion, Johnson. Like it's not like that. Like it's not like that at all. It's just kind of
If you work really, really hard, I'll buy another truck next year.
yeah, it's not. It doesn't really feel like that at all. It doesn't really feel like that at all. But I like that. I like my job as a whole. I like that I like always have something different. Like I'm not like I would go absolutely nuts if I was just sitting in a room like looking at a computer screen and like the same spreadsheets all the time. It would never work for me. I would be so much better off like being a construction.
Is that why you never turn in your TPS reports?
Right. Not at all. Not at all. But yeah, I like that a lot. I really like the people I work with. Everybody's known all you guys for so long now, decade plus. So
Well, how old are you now?
34?
So a third of your life.
Yeah.
I love it how you purposely acted like you didn't know what
No, I
age
had
you
to
were
think
just
of
to
it.
make Corey and I feel a little bit better about ourselves.
Every
That's
time,
a good move.
Every time I get asked how old I am, I have to be like, let's see, my first
Carry the
son was
2.
2017 to the power of pi divided by 12. Like,
You know what I do?
Such a programming answer.
I know within 3 years of what my age is. And so I just go, what year was I born? What year are we in? I know whether it's going to be an even number or an odd number. And I pick the closest one.
I'm right there with them. Right there with them.
That's a formula.
Doesn't really matter. You know,
It's Common Core math, man.
Oh, no. Oh, God. That fake
James, thank you so much for joining us today. It was fun getting to hear you contradict yourself several
math over
times
and over and over again.
about how you're wrong about the hamburger question. Look, we really appreciate you. We love you. Thank you for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
And for those of you that have watched and joined, thank you for listening. Y'all have a great day.